Good evening. Here we are for our November health patch, which is actually live today, November 10th, and we are going through, or we are going to do some briefing and read through the notes. So, what is new? We have a Weebly, I don't know how to pronounce that, epistle. Um, I guess the only thing that is actually missing now in the game is the cowboy hat and then some yeehaw emote, because then we can play Marauders cowboy space thing. Then we have EM2 battle rifle. I'm really looking forward for that. Then there is a new depot for Navy Outpost. Navy Outpost has had a vault, but it did not have a depot, so it'd be really interesting how it looks like inside. The same thing for Penal Colony, the prison. So very looking forward to actually see that. We have new stand attachments, a muzzle brake, drum mag, and a wooden stock. Oh wow! I yesterday my friend was very intrigued about Stan as a Call of Duty player, so I'm also looking forward to see maybe that's a new meta, because 9mm, is fairly powerful, and with all those attachments, maybe the damage, maybe the recoil will be manageable. We'll see. Single loot spawners had their physics disabled to prevent loot penetrating collision spawning outside the play area. I believe this is referencing to loot spawning under the tables and all kind of stuff where you could actually, or you were not able to be loot that, like pistols under the table, armors under the table, sometimes even inside of the floor. So that sounds good, really good. Added map cycling to prevent too much map repetition. Oh man, this was needed. Yes, this was really needed. Perhaps it's time. It's over now on having a prison 9 times in row, or what XYZ map 9 times 9 times in row. Um, Players now receive a Marauder kill for destroying a breacher port. Interesting. I mean, we still cannot loot the kills that we make in the space, unless of course they die on the ship and then we actually breach that ship. But the fact that the game now recognizes that we have kill will add a value to the space fight. So that's good. Intro movie can be disabled. No, not doing that. Love the intro movie. Well, I watch it every day. Can adjust now field of vision, or FOV, 80 to 100. Oh, this is also very good. I know that a lot of people were just crying out, calling, screaming even to get that FOV, to be able to set it up or adjust now. Interesting and good. Can now have a lean set to toggle. Wow, that's another thing. A lot of people, they just, let's say that people are as old as me. I mean 33 plus, and when you have to hold, I don't know, 5 6 keys at the same time, your hand is just, it hurts, right? So right now, if we want to lean, we can set it to toggle, so you'll be pretty much leaning up on the uh, pushing the button. Air control. Most weapons now have a larger spread and recoil whilst jumping. Yes, there were certain, well, exploits, I guess I can call it that way, using a jumping. So saw quite some, quite a number of people actually using it. So it'd be interesting if that actually helped to mitigate that thing. Some weapons have their spread only increase a little where it makes sense. For example, Viper MK1, shotgun, and pistols. Yes, that makes kind of sense. Navy commanders and their major can spawn in any raid location except for the Navy outpost. Wow, this is huge. The way I see it is that we have a quest in Zero to Hero to kill like 10 mages, right? So maybe now you will not need 300 raids to actually kill them. Wow, that would be just awesome. Crews are automatically locked, but you can set it to be unlocked via creation of the crew. Oh yeah, so the people cannot auto join. Understandable. A siren alarm can now be heard when a breach occurs inside a ship. Yeah, that was really needed. The silent breaches were quite an issue, and a lot of people were just using that. Reinforced anti-cheat, that goes without comments. You know what's that about, and it's really needed. Art, color reflections and lighting pass an asteroid mine. That's great. Stand weapon models and textures. Redistributed airlock positions in asteroid mine. Color and reflection pass on motion ship. STG 42 rifle has 44 rifle has now a front post foresight. Wow, wow, wow! I will be playing that STG really soon. Improved Crasa muzzle flash effects. Yeah, this was the feedback that even my friends share that the Crasa rifle, um, if you shoot at something, you cannot see anything, and the dust or the flash that um, is coming from your gun when you're shooting, was just made. Oof, it was really hard to aim, nearly impossible. Balancing. Capital ship and motion ship have had their spawn chance increased by 30%. That is also very good, very interesting. Uh, they are needed for quests, and I'm not gonna lie to you. If I'm kind of patient person, but waiting 2 hours for a merchant ship, just cycling through the maps, that was a little bit too much even for me. And maybe, but this is not gonna happen. Uh, the headshot damage multiplier is now 3 times rather than 3.5 times. That's probably not big of a change. Well, we will see. We will see. That really depends also on the mechanic of the guns, the recoil, and the damage. 6 airlocks in Terraformer, 6 airlocks on Navy Outpost, 5 airlocks in Prison, 5 airlocks on Spaceport. Yes, so hopefully it will not be so much packed where actually you can get camped by 2 or 3 teams at the same time. That was kind of lame. The airlock has more accurate collision. Props ATC. I'm not sure what that means, but sounds cool nevertheless. Stand suppressor now requires fabric alongside metal scrap. Fabric is considered one of the hardest materials to get actually. So on one hand, it's very bold move from Team 17 and Small Impact Games because they will face a lot of anger from the players. But at the same time, you don't want everybody to have those attachments. So I understand why they are trying to make them rare. Um, Where did we? Stand suppressor does 2 extra damages instead of 1. That's probably too small to comment. Large first aid kit healing amount has been increased by 35%. Okay, that should be, well, I guess that's like 75 now, 75%, or I don't even know how much that is, but it's bound to be a lot. Lower tier recipes had their crafting timers greatly reduced. Nice, very good change. All armor and helmets except leather jerking, civilian helmet and pouch rig had been buffed by 20% protection. I also understand why. There was a lot of comments that the time to kill is really, really low. You can kill someone within a split of seconds, or a split of a second, like 0.1 second, and just boom. So maybe this is the step in the direction, but it would take a little bit more time. Heavy caliber weapon damage has been increased around 5% except SVT-40 Johnson and the Mosin pistol, which have had their damage reduced. I kind of understand the SVT. It was a sniper rifle essentially, but the semi-auto mode. I'm quite aware that it was used during the Second World War as a sniper rifle, but In this game, it did not really make a change. Top brass mission requirements is now 8 instead of 10. So if I remember correctly, it's the quest where you have to kill 10 commandos. So now we have to kill just 8. Interesting. Become Infamous mission has been rebalanced to include more targets. I'm not there yet, but I'm looking forward to see what kind of targets they have in mind. M45K is the only SMG to receive a damage buff. Yeah, I understand. The SMG, the submachine guns, recently they're kind of meta, so you don't want to really overdo their damage. Combat containers are now 3 by 3 cells. Storage capacity remains the same. Yes, I also understand. They were quite tall and very difficult to have in the storage. Industrial locked locked loot bins in Navy Outpost and Penal Colony. I'm not sure. Oh, I think I know it. It's probably the box with a yellow bin on the top, which you can unlock, and it has like a crafting material. So yes, more loot, good for goblins like me. Um, Glop is now a burst-only weapon and has 24 round capacity. That's gonna make a lot of people unhappy. But at the same time, the club was just shooting too fast, and it was over over the board too powerful weapon for the price. The durability of the SMGs has been lowered. Yes, people are using SMGs a lot. I quite understand why is this happening. Most weapons have had their credit value increased by 15 to 35%. Again, this is really based on the feedback from players, which are getting rich, and they're complaining that no, they have nothing to spend their money on. Vero damage is down to 36 from 40. I'm not a Velrod fan, but I know some of them. All SMGs had their recoil slightly increased. Okay, yeah. Again, I understand. The SMG is a meta weapon, so you want to you want to really make it a little bit harder. Uzi Suppressor now requires a toolkit instead of metal scrap. Uh-huh. Yeah, I understand that too. Toolkit was required for crafting the storage bins and all that. So, and also the ships, if I remember correctly. But other than that, there was no use for that. So maybe now it will be valued item that you want to take from your raids. Uh, uh, uh. 9mm ammo Luger replaced with the Webley revolver and the Pirate faction trader. Yeah, love it. Webley cannot find that as fast as I can. Suppressors and stock no longer available in the trader and have been moved to crafting unlocks. This is also a little bit of a controversial side, but again, I understand why developers want to do that. You really want to have those stocks, those attachments quite rare. You don't want everybody to have them with no effort whatsoever. So I understand why is that there. EM2 and Sten drum mag can be now looted from the Kingdom Alliance supply drop. Okay. Radio backpack is now 6 by 6 storage capacity. Reduced recoil on M50 rifle. Well, I'm not sure that it's not my favorite weapon, not gonna lie to you. Shotguns now have large increase in the spread over distance. Thanks God. The Terminator and Trench having tighter spread, Liberator and Jackhammer have a medium spread, and the Double Barrel has a larger spread. Oh, hopefully no more AI or players sniping me with the shotgun over the half of the map. That was just awful and bad by all means. Reduced the length of certain actions on AI squad SAS and commanders to prevent them looking frozen where failing to complete reach them. Sometimes they were just like freezing a little bit, so I guess. Panzer removed from the Central Empire shop, now it's a higher tier armor, and replaced with the plate armor, medium tier armor. I see. Well, it was kind of weird to have, high level armor just in the shop just for everybody to buy, and people were just running, everybody had the red armor, unless of course they were starting players, which really impacted the game to the point that I had a feeling that there is no point in having Panzer because everybody has it. Pirate Trader supply drop had been added to the vault loot and removed from the faction shop. It has been replaced with the machete. Not sure. I like the RNG, the major the stuff that you could possibly get from the trader supply drop. But I mean, whatever works. We'll see. We'll see. I still had. I remember I had the shotguns from raids, so I did not really have to do the. I didn't really have to buy trader supplies drop, so that was really nice for me. UI. The Discord button is now on main menu screen. Removed ban appeal option from the main menu. Okay, that never used that, and I hope they never will. Change the guide info to say that you prestige at level 50 to match actual thing. Excellent. Moved report button next to the player who killed you. Name in the screen to make it more obvious. Okay. Added toggle lean to the options menu. Yeah, that was mentioned above. In the main menu, you can now use escape key to quickly close the following menus: leaderboard, support ticket guide, ship management, every contract. Okay, I'm gonna try that for sure. Login screen in main menu. You are banned now. Have buttons to Apple ban, which goes to Team 17 support. Again, I hope I'll never be there. Options, menu tweaks and updates for new FOV and toggle lean settings. Yes, that makes sense. And Marauder specific KD against AK, also known as kill stats against other players to the stats menu. Okay, so right now, yeah, it was actually that you saw all the kills, even the raiders and such. Now you'll probably see the player kill count, so to speak. That's great. Build ID is now shown on the login screen. That's probably about the version of the game, so to speak. Moved commando mages, that's kills up next to commando kills in the same stats menu. As makes more sense. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah. New can't enter raid area as port warning pop up if you try to use a raid entrance as a port. I don't think that I have ever tried that, but we will say. Animation EM2 rigged in engine to core animation set done. Webley rigged in game engine and core animation set done. Radar dished up on the prison raid area now rotates slowly. Okay. Stand animation poses tweaks to go with a new model. Nice. New unlock sound for the locked bar doors. Excellent. Update several sounds used in the large metal shutter door. Remove dead space from the start of the pickup. Put down items so sound they feel more responsive. Oh yeah, I think I understand what that means. Tweaks adjustment to item pickup. Put down sounds. So probably something like in Tarkov where you throw item on the ground and make a sound. Okay. Tweaks adjustment to attaching attachments to the weapon sound in the workbench menu. Yes. Unique sounds added for K1 stock and MP40 stock being attached. New and revoked vault door sounds. New and updated lootable sounds. New sounds for feeble shots and reloads. Radar dish on top of the prison area now has a sound. Optimizations. Optimized merchant ship, optimized terraformer, optimized asteroid mine, optimized ship interiors. Well, I guess that's to say. Fixes the crashes. That was really something that was destroying a lot of people and really getting bad mood. Various duplication issues, various exploit issues, various raid collision issues, various crew issues. It's not exactly saying what is fixed, so I would be really keen to know, for example, if the issue with the containers was fixed, but maybe we'll get to know. Fix added to stop out looting, fast looting, and removing attachments from weapon. Okay. Fix added, for instance, of gear not coming into raid that was equipped in the menu. Okay, yeah, that was a bug. I think I had it twice yesterday. Fix added for keycards, losing dock information and play data. That was very often. I was very often in the raid. Fix it, added members of a crew not going into raid with their captain. Excellent, that's great. Fix transition sound not playing when using the escape button to quickly go back from certain menus. Fix pressing escape on the main menu for the first time it would try to go back even though it was at the top level menu. Fixed vault lock specs, side being see-through. I think I remember. Yeah, people were actually using it to shoot, like to do it to a millimeter peak they call it. So maybe that's gone. We'll see. Um, Fix some industrial bins being able to be accessed without being unlocked. Oh, I'm not aware of this one actually, to be honest. Fix for crew still showing up in server list even they were set to private locked. Okay. As the bot able to breach pop-up now contains the correct key based on your keybind settings. When on the turret, the key to exit turret message now contains the correct key based on your keybind settings. Okay. When piloting the frigate, the key to exit the pilot seat message now contains the correct key. Excellent. Fix for the fire extinguisher, blowtorch, and flame tower ammo is now not shown in first-person view. Oh, never. Yeah, I did not even notice that. But yeah, that was probably a thing. Fixes added to help with ultrawide problems. So here it is, folks. Marauders have an ultrawide support, so to speak. Fix added for splines causing a crash. Okay. Please note, when playing in a squad, the captain ship is used. If a teammate escapes out of raid while piloting the captain ship, the pilot will take ownership of the ship and the captain loses it. Yeah, that makes sense. If you don't take your ship out of raid, you lose it. Okay, one more thing. Our first significant update is coming to Marauders this December. Codename Ace. Cast your eyes on the transmission. Let's see it.
Product not yet rated.
That's even more content than I can handle in a video. But I mean, Ace, like the pilot Ace, or is that a, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Well, nevertheless, let me know in the comment section what you think that this Ace teaser is about, what we are going to see in December. And guys, thank you for watching and see you in more orders.